What's the name of your guys' podcast?
Three Geeks Podcast is the name of the YouTube channel, but Jayme and I, we do the big binge watch list where we watch TV.
Yes.
Lately, it's been Hallmark movies. It's been a great time. And so what
Is it not just Hallmark movies? It's everything else, or is it mainly Hallmark movies?
It's TV and Hallmark movies. I watch a lot of Hallmark movies. You've seen the videos on YouTube.
I have.
Yeah, it's my life.
I love it. How did it all start?
That's you.
11 years ago, me and some friends. The Hallmark stuff is new. I had to get more confident in myself to do it. But, I started doing the Hallmark stuff over the last year and a half.
And how does it feel so far, the journey?
It's been amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then bringing it here with this crowd has been great.
Do you have any goals or aspirations with it, or are you just trying to have fun with the content that you love?
My goals and aspirations is to be on this stage talking to people like you and talking to people like them. And I'm not even saying that that's 100% true, because some of these people could be your best friends later.
Amen to that.
That's actually how I met Jayme, was at something like this.
Is that right?
Yeah, in Monaco.
In Monaco?
Yes, this was my first time ever flying.
And this was like a convention of some kind?
Yep. In November,
Yeah.
just last year.
Wow. And now you guys have this whole thing together.
Here
We
are.
do. Yeah, we're best
So
friends
exciting.
now. Yeah, that's how we met Autumn, who runs the show.
Amazing. So what can I do for you guys? Is there anything I could do for you guys during this podcast that'll help your goals?
I think just talking to
Okay,
you, really.
done.
But for me, I think the people want to hear what you have to say.
Okay.
I know they care a lot about Hallmark and Christmas. But I want to get on a little bit more personal level, because they're coming here to meet you as a person, not so much as a celebrity. And your video announcing you were coming to Christmas in a small town was on a motorcycle. And that was the best video I think I've ever seen for an announcement so far. But then the other day you posted that you were doing the Porsche, going around in the Porsche, doing the car stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's my kind of man right there, cars. So you have a passion for movies. You obviously have a passion for Christmas, because you're big in those Christmas movies. And Three Wise Men and a Baby is my favorite. Never laughed at a Hallmark movie like that, ever. It's the best. But would you say that cars and something like that is another passion of yours?
I'm not a very intelligent man.
I think they would beg to differ
You know. I don't know much about cars. I don't know much about motorcycles, but I do love them.
You clearly know how to ride and drive them, though.
That I do know how to do.
And I think, you don't have to necessarily know the mechanics of it.
Yeah.
But you do have the thrill and the knowledge of, oh, I like this.
Yes.
You have a preference. Everyone does.
Yeah, my motorcycle was made by a gentleman named Jim Daddies.
Oh, wow.
And he's got a big old beard, and he has a lovely daughter, and he just kind of makes and designs motorcycles. So his whole backstory made me very, very happy, and that motorcycle I'll probably have till the day I die.
I love that.
I love it very much, but I don't know much about it. That's okay. My hope one day is to maybe do some kind of a racing movie.
I would watch that every day of my life.
Yeah, would you?
I would.
Yeah, I think there is an intention to do some things in that genre. Sorry, I just got distracted by your poster over there,
Oh,
Three
yeah.
Geeks. I just saw it. Looks so cool. Yeah, so I think that's the goal, is to maybe one day do like a racing movie, either on a motorcycle or in a car.
Can't wait to see it.
Well, my favorite was An Unexpected Christmas with a beardless Tyler Hynes.
Yeah, like a hairless chihuahua.
That's what you wrote on Instagram, too.
Much prettier, though.
Oh, you think so?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
People seem to have an opinion. Show of hands, who wants the beard?
Oh, that's mass majority right there.
Now, without feeling singled out, who wants me shaven? Okay, there's a few. It's kind of the percentage that I thought, hence why basically 70% of the movies I have a beard, and about 30 I don't.
What made you want to get into acting?
Greed. No. I'm not wrong. I was a young man growing up in Toronto. My dad was fixing chimneys for a living, he had done some work for a little theater company called Young People's Theater. It's a place, yes, a place in Toronto, Canada. And so he got a discount to get rid of me for a few weeks, which was certainly his passion and intention. Rightfully so. I was an obnoxious child. So I was there for 2 weeks, and then they hired me to be in a play called A Christmas Carol.
Oh, wow.
And I played Tiny Tim and a few other characters, and I had a lisp. It was a very strong lisp. And luckily my mom got me to get rid of that lisp at a young age. But yeah, that was the first thing I did, and I just continued doing it after that. I think as a young man, I enjoyed getting a reaction out of people. I would make people cry in the audience, and that was like a little personal victory of mine. And yeah, it sort of became a living before I knew it. And this new movie with Aaron Krakow, I realized my mother reminded me of, because she actually found the interview I did when I was a kid with that lisp, and it's awful. In fact, it's on my phone. Hold on. This thing is magnetizing to my 400 bracelet, sorry, that you guys have given me. I don't have my phone. Josh has it. Believe me, you're spared from a very, very embarrassing video. But I started there, and yes, so this movie with Aaron Krakow is A Christmas Carol. It's a new version of A Christmas Carol, which I didn't realize is kind of a full circle moment.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's full circle.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
You got one? Or I can go? Okay. So, what has been your most fulfilling moment with being an actor?
That's easy. Yeah, certainly this. Certainly these kinds of experiences have been something that I didn't anticipate. And I think it's unique to the folks who watch these movies. It's unlike anything that I've ever experienced in my life. So many people are so lovely, so thoughtful. They're moved by these movies in ways that I never would have expected anybody to be moved by anything that I would ever do. So certainly being at these kinds of events and functions, or when I see somebody out in public who tells me how much these movies mean to them, I got all the time in the world for that. And there is nothing quite as moving or motivating as that aspect of what I do, certainly. So give it up for yourselves. Thank you very much.
He said that was weak, guys.
What was it like when you landed your first role? What was the experience, and how did you feel afterwards?
So when I was 7 years old for A Christmas Carol, that was the first thing. And I remember I was deeply in love with a young lady I met at that camp. And I was heartbroken because it was over. And I thought we were going to be pen pals, and we weren't. But then I got that job, and it made me feel a little bit better.
That's fair. So one thing I said in the last panel as well, being a celebrity, people seeing you on TV, they get this picture of who you are based off of what they're watching. So coming to something like this, and they're seeing you as a person, they're finally being able to get to know who you are versus who the celebrity is. Do you feel like with them getting this interaction, verbiage on this, let's see. Do you feel like you as a person impacts them more than what the celebrity version of you on TV does?
I don't know that I could say. I feel like neither would impact anybody in any way.
No, I think you're a little, I don't know. You've impacted a lot of these people, and you've created a fan base, and them being able to come to your table and you taking the time with them and getting to know you. It impacts them in ways that a lot of people wouldn't realize without having conversations like this.
I appreciate you saying that. I think there is something really lovely about the community that seems to form with the commonality of maybe the movies that I do. But I feel like I'm just sort of an excuse for all these lovely human beings to sort of hang out with each other. And I'm incredibly grateful to be a part of that equation, because I think one of my favorite things of all of this experience is seeing the friendships that are born out of these circumstances, how you all find each other, how you spend time with each other. And you know, we've made these little traditions and things out of such a lovely arrangement, but I feel like I'm a small piece of a very big, beautiful thing. So certainly in that respect, I think there's a bit of an impact, which I'm very, very grateful for.
Well, you have the boots, and then you have
Yes,
your
ma'am.
bracelets, your little Heidi hearts.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
love those. And I think that's just a piece of your impact that they get to carry with them everywhere they go. And I think in dark times and maybe depressive moments, there's something that they've connected with you that makes that it was a reminder to them that there's better days. There's always better days. So that's where the impact for me comes from, is seeing you guys on TV, then coming here, talking to you. It's just a whole new world for them.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. And again, I think all of these things you're talking about,
Yeah.
like the bracelet and the boot shot glass tradition, again, this is an extension of all of their creativity. This is something that I didn't take upon myself or come up with. This is
But
something.
very creative.
What's that?
It was very creative.
Yeah, on their part, you know, this was something that you guys had decided you wanted to participate in and made it what it is and continue to make it what it is. And again, I'm just trying to facilitate what is such a lovely collective of lives, it seems. So happy to be of service however I can, and that's an extension of that. Though it is a challenge to make these things, I will say. It's a learning curve I didn't anticipate.
Speaking of tradition, I know probably a lot of them already know, but I was curious, how did the boot shot start?
So it began on a little cute movie called Winter in Vale. Yeah. Some people tell me that's their favorite Christmas movie, but there's no Christmas in it. It just takes place in winter.
Yeah.
But I made that movie with Lacey and some other lovely people, and we were at dinner at this restaurant, and there's a German tradition where they bring out these little sort of shot glasses that's shaped like a boot. And I thought, that's just the most adorable thing I've ever seen. And now everybody at the table needs to have one, and you have no choice. And then I said, well, we'll all go home for Christmas, and let's, like, you know, send a little shot for each other in honor of each other. And none of them did it. Some of them did it. Lacey did it, and a few others did it, and it was cute, but I liked this idea. So I started doing it with my friends and family. It was during the pandemic, so a lot of us were separated. I thought this was a nice thing to give a little cheers in honor of somebody and make it a bit of a thing, so I sent it around. And then the lovely folks who watch these movies, I think I'd heard that story, maybe I had mentioned it somewhere, and they took it upon themselves to get their hands on whatever they could get their hands on, and we did a whole Facebook Live thing come Christmas time, and it became sort of abundantly clear over the year or two that they would like to have the same boots. So I called that restaurant, I cleaned them out, I gave them away, I called the restaurant for more, they said no. I said, where do you get them? They said, some German company. I called them, it was in German, I was lost. Left them multiple voicemails that probably didn't understand. And then eventually I gave up, and I said, I guess I'm gonna have to figure this out myself. And I happen to have a few friends of mine who might fall into certain roles. My brother sort of handles the website. One of my closest friend, Max, could make products. My friend River can design packaging. His wife could do the artwork. And my friend Lonnie happens to have a little touch-up paint company in California, and he has basically a garage, like a little mini warehouse. And I asked them all if they wanted to participate in this thing, and if I could help maybe serve their purposes as well as create something that would be lovely for everybody else. And they loved that idea, and they've been very happy to see how happy it makes everybody else. We try to keep on doing it. Right now it's sold out, to everybody's disappointment. I'm sorry. We brought some from home here these last few days. My brother had some extras that we kept for family and friends, and I told him, these are my family and friends. And if he could send whatever we had left until we hopefully can make more, which is happening. Please be patient. It's not easy.
So with the boot, you also have the bracelets. If you guys don't have one, get one. But now there's the new candy cane that people are wanting to do with you as well from the Chiefs movie.
Candy cane, what do you mean?
The breaking the candy cane.
Oh, breaking the candy cane
Yep.
is like a tradition?
Oh,
Yeah, you're
well,
right.
apparently I was told yesterday, so that's
Yeah.
why you had candy canes on your table. That's a new thing they're wanting to start, so be
Yes.
ready for it.
Yes, we are wasting a lot of candy canes out there, folks.
They're probably eating it after.
True. Right.
So, have you, with your Christmas movies and traditions, have you implemented any of those traditions into your real life Christmas traditions?
Yeah, certainly. You mean like outside the boot and these sorts of things, like things I've done in the movies? Well, I think just Christmas has been a bigger part of my life since doing these movies. Also doing these conventions at Christmas. It seems like it's kind of part of a yearly tradition to get to the other side of all of this, where I'm out making these movies for you all, and then to be able to see you at the other side of that journey is such a beautiful thing. It feels like if the day comes where these conventions stop happening, I don't know how I'll feel about that. It'll feel like it'll be like there'll be some non-closure. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because it feels like the end of the road for that year before we start it all over again. And so that's become a big tradition of mine, it seems.
Awesome.
Well, my last question is going to be a very convention-y question, because Three Wise Men and a Baby is kind of a remake of 3 Men and a Baby. What other 80s movie would you like to remake and Christmasify it?
Any thoughts, anybody?
Sounds like a tough one.
I feel like, 80s is, Die Hard's not 80s? It's 90s?
It's 80s, but it's already
Is it
Christmas.
80s?
Yeah, it's already Christmas, though.
It's 80s. Yeah, you saying it's already Christmas? Yeah, but we accept it as Christmas. I feel like you could go harder at that Christmas. Do you know what I mean? I feel like Die Hard as a Christmas movie would be epic. No, he's not convinced. What else we got? No, Die Hard, I think. Breakfast Club? Oh, that's not a bad idea. People trapped in a high school. A little old for that, though. Yeah. Teacher? Yeah, I could play the teacher. Usher in a new bunch of young whippersnappers. Not a bad idea. Dirty Dancing.
Oh, Dirty
That's
Dancing.
a good
Yeah.
one.
I agree.
That's a good one. Except I'm lifting Paul. Dirty Dancing is my final answer.
I like that answer. So my last question, because we're going to move on, is what has been your favorite Christmas movie to film?
That I've made? Christmas movie?
Yeah. Or any movie, or both. Let's do both.
Separately?
Yeah.
Okay. Christmas movie. Wise Men is special, of course. These are my best friends. Every time we start doing this, I look across and see my friends' stupid faces like acting. It's hilarious. It's very tough for all of us. So that's beautiful. Chiefs was very, very unique experience. Just falling in love with that city, falling in love with the people, falling in love with the team, and of course the cast and making of the movie. Like Ed Begley Jr. is a legend and a friend, and Christine Ebersole, I'm trying to convince to do another movie with me. Yeah, so that was a special one. Non-Christmas, again, I gotta say, groomsmen,
They like that answer.
I love that. Thank you, guys. Yeah, there was our lovely friend who does social media for this event. She was saying that the second movie with Jonathan Bennett holds a special place in her heart because it inspired her a little bit in her personal life on her journey, which I thought was beautiful. Being able to tell that story was really important to me, and to be able to do it with my two best friends, Ryan and Jonathan, and then gaining a new lifelong kindred spirit in BJ Britt. It was like a gift that none of us anticipated. So, yeah, being able to meet BJ through that process was a special thing.
That's awesome.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Everybody,
Let's
welcome.
give it up for our friends here. Thank you. Is it the Three Geeks podcast that'll go on?
Yeah.
Three Geeks podcast.